and speak, and the floor is yours for 5 minutes. I haven't got a time.
Oh, goodness gracious, I thought all this.
Oh, thank you. Oh, you can ask it.
I never thought, Your Worship, that I'd be appearing here, but congratulations to you and Council for putting these forums together. I never had the courage to do that. What brings me here is over the last, I'm going to sit down because I'm getting old, is over the last month I've actually been interviewed by 2 different groups of people. And the first one to be interviewed by was the people that you had doing your community survey. He phoned me up and I said, look, I don't know that I can talk to you. I was the mayor, and he said, hang on, and he talked to somebody and came back and said, no, we'd like to hear from you. So he asked me that wide range of question about council facilities, you know, urban roads, rural roads, how did you grade them, footpaths, reserves. I told him I thought Cullen Crescent was a disaster, but the sports grounds were pretty good. I told him about my disappointment about how the initial communications with Tauru Water. When he asked me about the toilets, I said, now this is interesting. I'll give Tirau a 9, I'll give the Tauru a 9, and I'll give the Tokoroa a -25. And he said, how the heck are we going to put that down in a survey? And I said, well, perhaps we better look at your survey. So we touched on trade training and we touched on urban connector. Then for about 2.5 hours, I had a charming lady from the Alexander Turnbull Library talking about my 50 years in the South Waikato and my time as mayor. And why? Why did I like the Tauru? And that was pretty easy. I said it's a fantastic community. And right now I'm seeing more positivity in the Tauru with council than any other time. How great it was. Then I said, what about Tokoroa? Why would anybody come to Tokoroa? What was special about Tokoroa? And I said, community again. So I'd actually lost count with the number of new residents who came into Tokoroa and said they'd met more people in Tokoroa in their 6 months than 10 years they had somewhere else. Then I told them how the council had set up the Swift Trust, the Trade Training Centre, the Logistics Centre, the Mayoral Scholarship, Work to Save the Hospital, the Urban Connector, the Skate Park, the Event Centre, the Road Rail Project. And they were all done with council working with community. And quite frankly, they wouldn't have got done without community. And Leith's Place was the same. And then I said, well, we've got some pretty unique extras as well. A great mountain bike track, motocross, go-karts, the shooting complex, the Kokako, the first district to be labelled camping friendly. Look how Lumsden is using camping friendly as an economic development. We have wonderfully talented Cook Island ladies to make exquisite to live off. Just think, I said, about the farmers levelling the sports ground, the service clubs that have done work for our club. And think how fast the youth party was put together. And that means still don't neglect the fantastic engineering group in Holsters, Waratah, Satco. And she said, that's why I think Tokoroa is great. And then she said, who knows? Is that the image of Tokoroa out there? And I took pride and said, I know they will know when the Leith Place upgrade takes place, because that new facility will showcase Tokoroa in the district. When you first brought out that concept for Leith Place, my first thoughts were, thank God somebody's doing something about those disgusting, grotty toilets. I got more comments about those toilets than probably anything else in my mayoralty. And then I read in the paper some positive comments from Gary Brunton, Lorraine Young, yes, and Dave Foote. And I thought, how great and lucky you guys were. You had some lovely, positive media. And then the naysayers hit the media. Issues need debating. Good debates are essential to good governance, but they must be robust, factual, respectful, and look at all points of view. Actually, that anti-brigade, when they came and hit you, brought me back the ideas of the event centre. That event centre would not have taken place if the naysayers had had their way. That degree of negativity that we struck when we first moved to the event centre was staggering. But we kept going because we had a fantastic steering committee of councillors, of people like Steve Bramley and Helen Darn and Bruce Neal. Of course, nowadays the biggest complaint is it didn't build big enough. But the naysayers grabbed the media. Progress always means change. The change is an emotional issue. And parking seems to be one of those. I'm going to actually leave you some information from my observation on parking with some facts. Some awful, in fact, ruin emotion. Who knows what you've got? I look forward to the opportunity that some of the areas I highlighted will be in the new information centre. You might be getting a new marketing officer, but the best marketers are the people who live in our town. The chance to see videos, examples of just what we have. Maybe it'll be a visitor who sees the council land, sees the road rail there, sees the house design that sees the two Wi-Fi. You know, 20 years ago we talked about the upgrade. Do any of you remember the great big wooden playground we were going to make? Do you remember the Waikato Village? They're all the good things, and Madam, give me 30 seconds.
Yeah.
The negativity that exists on our Facebook page is disgusting. If you read those negative comments on Facebook, you'd have to say the abuse, the nastiness, levelled at residents, levelled at people who are doing things. That's what puts out the image of Tokoroa. The pity is the good ones are silent. Councillors, you have a chance to do something that the rest of us couldn't do in our time. You can change the perception of Tokoroa. It's a new era with clean toilets, electric charging stations to get people off. To showcase what we have. You have a place to make us proud. The chance to be positive. But we have people who glory in being nasty on Facebook. We have people who just like spreading rumours. They just like complaining. Please, keep going. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Sinclair. Thank you very much for that. Covered a lot of topics there, but appreciate the tenor of it. Thank you for that. Are there any comments or questions of Mr. Sinclair? Councillor Shorter.
Mr. Sinclair, I would never have thought I said it, but thank you for your comments.
It's a pity that you thought you'd never say it, but never mind. Just take these and have a look and see that.
I will distribute those. Councillor Lee.
Good morning, Ian, and thank you, Neil, for that encouragement for council to continue what we're doing. But I just want to get back to this the Facebook worries, I suppose. That's why I never read them, because it infuriates us, and then we want to answer them becoming a real ruckus. So I'm glad that you're keeping an eye for us and letting us know that we're being stabbed in the back. But thank you very much for your comments this morning. Very well appreciated.
Unfortunately, too many other people do, and that's the image of our town.
Unfortunately, that's correct. Thank you. Right, Councillor Van Rooyen, one more.
No, it's a question to you. I just had a text from someone who is in a government.
Yes, I saw. Yes.
Yeah, all right, he would like to speak. That's. I had thought that it's Alan there.
Yes, I know.
I had told Alan you just come, but he didn't understand that. You need
All right.
So if there is time.
Okay, it is my ruling, and yes, I will allow Mr. Blair to speak. Thank you. Thank you for that.
Well, this one thing. I attended the Careers Expo on Monday.
Hey, you've had 6 minutes already.
What a pity council wasn't at the expo.